Moonlight and This Is Us will compete against each other in MTV's Revamped Movie and TV Awards. Turns out MTV is serious about breaking down the awards show barriers between film and television. 3 weeks after the network announced its long-running movie awards franchise would start honoring TV shows as well, Vulture has learned it's going even further than the Golden Globes or People's Choice Awards by having films and series, as well as actors from both mediums, compete against each other in the same categories. Ever wonder how Oscar winner Moonlight would fare against Game of Thrones or Me Before You would fare in competition with This Is Us, Game of Thrones, or Grey's Anatomy? MTV is about to let us find out. To be sure, the new MTV Movie and TV Awards isn't ushering in complete kudos segregation. There will still be popcorn trophies for Best Movie and Best TV Show, for instance, as well as for the best actors from both formats. But most categories at the May 7th show to be hosted by Adam Devine, Film, Pitch Perfect, and TV, Workaholics, Star will be platform agnostic, from Best Comedic Performance and a Next Generation Award honoring relative newcomers, to the aforementioned Moonlight vs. This Is Us smackdown in the battle of Best Tearjerker. And in another break from awards show tradition, the acting categories will be gender neutral, rather than split between actor and actress. In an interview Wednesday, MTV President Chris McCarthy, who also oversees VH1 and Logo, told Vulture the decision to tear down the old walls was simply a reflection of how the music-focused channels under 25 target audience views content, and each other. This audience actually doesn't see male-female dividing lines, so we said, let's take that down. They don't see lines between theatrical releases and television, they just see it as great content, so let's take that down, McCarthy said. And they don't really care whether it's scripted, reality or a theatrical release. They just want to celebrate great content. MTV plans to release a full list of categories and nominees later today, but the network gave us an advanced look at 2 other categories beyond Tearjerker to demonstrate how the show's new strategy will work, and how its overall philosophy is evolving. A staple of past MTV Movie Awards, the Best Fight competition first won in 1996 by Adam Sandler and Bob Barker for their epic Happy Gilmore confrontation, has been reimagined in the age of Trump as Best Fight Against the System. It will feature 3 movies, Get Out, Hidden Figures, and Loving, and 2 TV shows, Luke Cage, Mr. Robot, in a category designed to honor a film or show whose characters best exemplify fighting against a system that tries to keep them down. McCarthy says the transformation of the tongue-in-cheek Best Fight category into something more serious is the best example of how the new movie and TV awards are changing to keep up with the MTV audience. Best Fight, he said, made a ton of sense at the time, in the relatively calm and peaceful 1990s. But today is such a different story, McCarthy added. We're seeing what's happening in culture. Young people are rising and forcing change, and we're seeing a voice of activism that's just so different and so refreshing. We wanted to support that, and so the idea of a best actual fight almost was an antiquated idea. We thought it was much more celebratory to honor the stories and characters that have fought against the system that they thought was oppressing them. It felt more modern and more reflective of the audience and how they see fighting. Also new this year is the Best American Story category, which MTV says will go to a movie or series which shows America at its best, open and diverse. This year's nominees include Moonlight on the movie side and the series Blackish, Fresh Off the Boat, Jane the Virgin, and Transparent. As for the decision to blend film and TV talent in many categories, such mingling of mediums would probably never fly at a more traditional Hollywood awards show agents, and most likely, talent guilds would not have it. But perhaps because of the movie awards' iconoclastic reputation, McCarthy says he's not expecting any pushback from movie actors worried about their work being judged alongside TV. We're seeing movie actors and actors from all categories leaning into TV and seeing it as a huge opportunity, and nothing other than just a great platform to do their craft, he said. Those lines have really come down, too. Actors and actresses go back and forth. We haven't seen any tensions around that. The increasingly blurred lines between forms of content, and how said content is distributed, is also informing other changes to the MTV Movie and TV Awards. Because so many viewers now consume entire runs of series years after they premiered, or even after they've wrapped, MTV also plans to give out an award for what in past years might be called classic TV. We're adding a category that's called binge-worthy, and it just honors content that's timeless, McCarthy said. The audience is really time period agnostic now. A great story's a great story. Still, as previously noted, MTV ultimately decided to do a little bit of dividing by continuing to maintain a few medium-specific categories. McCarthy said that choice was mostly driven by the realization that without some division, a lot of awards-worthy content would be overlooked because there'd be too few categories and nominees. We didn't want to leave some great actors and great stories on the sidelines, he said. The full list of MTV Movie and TV Awards nominees are below. Movie of the Year: Beauty and the Beast, Get Out, Logan, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, The Edge of 17. Best Actor in a Movie: Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out, Emma Watson, Beauty and the Beast, Haley Steinfeld, The Edge of 17. Hugh Jackman, Logan, James McAvoy, Split, Taraji P. Henson, Hidden Figures. Show of the Year: Atlanta, Game of Thrones, Insecure, Pretty Little Liars, Stranger Things, This Is Us. Best Actor in a Show: Donald Glover, Atlanta, Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones, Gina Rodriguez, Jane the Virgin, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, The Walking Dead, Mandy Moore, This Is Us, Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things. Best Kiss: Ashton Sanders and Harold Jerome, Moonlight, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, La La Land, Emma Watson and Dan Stevens, Beauty and the Beast, Taraji P. Henson and Terrence Howard, Empire, Zac Efron and Anna Kendrick, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Best Villain: Allison Williams, Get Out, Demogorgon, Stranger Things, Jared Leto, Suicide Squad, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, The Walking Dead, Wes Bentley, American Horror Story. Best Host: Ellen DeGeneres, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, John Oliver, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, RuPaul, RuPaul's Drag Race, Samantha Bee, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, Trevor Noah, The Daily Show. Best Documentary: 13th, I Am Not Your Negro, O.J., Made in America, This Is Everything, Gigi Gorgeous, Time, The K-Life Browder Story. Best Reality Competition: America's Got Talent, MasterChef Junior, RuPaul's Drag Race, The Bachelor, The Voice. Best Comedic Performance: Adam Devine, Workaholics, Ilana Glazer and Abby Jacobson, Broad City, Lil Rel Howery, Get Out, Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy, Seth Rogen, Sausage Party, Will Arnett, The Lego Batman Movie. Best Hero: Felicity Jones, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, Grant Gustin, The Flash, Mike Colter, Luke Cage, Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things, Stephen Amell, Arrow, Taraji P. Henson, Hidden Figures, Tearjerker, Game of Thrones, Hotters, Christian Nairn, Death, Grey's Anatomy, Meredith tells her children about Derek's death, Ellen Pompeo, Me Before You, Will, Sam Claflin, tells Louisa, Emilia Clarke, he can't stay with her. Moonlight, Paula, Naomi Harris, tells Kyron, Trev Auntie Rhodes, that she loves him. This Is Us, Jack, Milo Ventimiglia, and Randall, Lonnie Chavis, at Karate. Next Generation. Chrissy Metz. Daniel Kaluuya. Issa Rae. Riz Ahmed. Yara Shahidi. Best Duo. Adam Levine and Blake Shelton, The Voice. Daniel Kaluuya and Lil Rel Howery, Get Out. Brian Tyree Henry and Lakeith Stanfield, Atlanta. Hugh Jackman and Daphne Keane, Logan. Josh Gad and Luke Evans, Beauty and the Beast. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg, Martha and Snoop's Potluck Dinner Party. Best American Story. Blackish. Fresh Off the Boat. Jane the Virgin. Moonlight. Transparent. Best Fight Against the System. Get Out. Hidden Figures. Loving. Luke Cage. Mr. Robot.